we're not a restaurant with a garden. We are a garden with a restaurant.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the next part of our chef series. We're welcoming a very, very special chef this evening who's come to Abu Dhabi with us. It is, of course, Mr. Mauro Colagreco.
Hi, William. How are you?
I'm very good and an honor
Hi,
to have
everybody.
you here with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Mauro is the chef patron, of course, of Mirazur in Menton, which was named the world's best restaurant back in 2019, and now part of the best group of restaurants. A brilliant restaurant. He also has a number of restaurants all around the world, including here in the Middle East and in Asia and back in his original hometown of Buenos Aires. So,
Yes.
thank you for being here, Mauro. Will you tell us a little bit about what you're preparing for everybody tonight and
Yes.
a little on the dish?
So today we choose to do a dish who we do it in our restaurant in Bangkok, Cote. It's a very Mediterranean dish with barlotti beans. It's a very typical kind of beans who come from Italy, who is really, we are at 50 meters from Mirazur, from the Italy. We will glass with some tahini sauce, so his flavors very Mediterranean, but more from the east side. And even here, so we put a little bit of tahini sauce. We will glaze. I'm not too much cold. And then I will put sage oil, sage oil,
Yeah.
very
And
sweet.
Sage is something you, for example, you grow in the garden in Menton?
Yes, we have a lot of sage in the garden. So one day we say, oh my God, what we do with all this sage? And we do this oil, which we use for many plates. And we will put a little bit of lamb juice. We will put the baby calamaris. So that is something who we fish just in front of the restaurant. You know, Mirazur is very special because we have this lucky to have the ocean and the mountains.
And I mean, the restaurant is literally overlooking the Mediterranean, almost going up the mountain already.
So I practically didn't cook the calamaris. I will just heat
Just
in
a little
them.
touch, right?
Little touch. You see that change the texture. And then we will put some berlotti beans, some olives, who make that even more Mediterranean. And then the squid.
Tell us a little bit about your culinary philosophy and how that's developed in recent years at Mirazur, but also spreading around to the other restaurants.
As I say, you know, Mirazur is a very special place because we have a strong link with nature. We have the lucky to have 5 hectares of gardens who we grow our practically 60% of our vegetables came from our garden, and this link with the nature is something who we can see in all my different restaurants. No,
Nature is super important to you at the restaurant, and you also use the garden. The garden is incredibly important in the restaurant, right?
yes, I say always we're not a restaurant with a garden. We are a garden with a restaurant. The most important in our philosophy and how we want to bring the guest experience is the nature, the importance of take care of our soil, and
Just taking you back, I mentioned earlier in 2019, Mirazur was named the world's best restaurant.
wow.
How did that impact you and your team?
To be number one was something extraordinary. In 24 hours, we was fully booked for 2 years practically, 6,000 reservations.
Mauro, Tell us again the name of this dish, which is serving, people are tasting right now.
Yeah, so it's berlotti beans with tahini sauce and baby squid.
Thank you so much, and
Thank
thank
you.
you to the great Mauro Colagreco.
Thank you.